Hello, guys. Welcome to the fourth of 5 rounds in group stage in AoE Leagues. And I am really hoping to get into the playoff position, which means they need to be top 2 in the group. Very difficult to do. However, we have 6 points coming into this set. And something I didn't mention before is if you win 2-0 and the play all 2, you actually get 3 points. So actually, would it not be 7 points? It would be 7 points because I won 2-0 the first time. I get 3 points for that. I won 2-0 the second time. I get 3 points for that. And then I went 1-1 against Roderick's. So that's 6 plus 1, that's 7. That's good. But what that also means is if I were to split the next 2 sets 1-1, someone could get sweeps and overtake me in the standings. And Prisma is the favorite for the group. So coming into this, I really don't want to get swept because then Prisma gets 3 points and probably jumps ahead of me in the standings. 1-1 is pretty reasonable. I think it's especially reasonable because Prisma got an admin loss in the first round or whatever and lost 0-2. So I am, hoping to do well. We have Eldorado. Now, a little bit of backstory. I tried to prepare and watch Prisma's games. I watched the games that were available. Eldorado was not played, which is super weird. Turns out Eldorado was the home map he picked, but they didn't play it in the first round because he got confused. Okay. It's a smaller event. You know, there's not a ton of prize pool. That was a little weird. So I couldn't really see how he played it, which kind of made me annoyed. But what are you going to do? We got to play. Now, Eldorado isn't played in a lot of events. You've got fish underneath the TC, and then you have water on the outside. And we went for a series of bans and picks and whatnot. I wanted to play Japanese here, and I didn't want to go into Dravidians. I kind of forgot about the Wu. The Wu can be really decent with like man-at-arms style opening and playing into water, and there's a lot of water. Now, long-term, all the gold is in the middle on this map. So you have 2 tiles of gold, and then the rest of it's there, and the middle is always visible. So my plan, guys, was to play galleys on water. Like, I would expect man-at-arms, I would wall it up, I would get galleys, kill all his fish, and then I would go like archers and scouts. I forgot to build a dock, which is really bad. So what you're seeing here is just me screwing up mentally. I should have a dock going up right now. I should be adding fishing ships. And I didn't realize until like way too late. At this point, I go to my dock villager and the dock villager's like on food or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, crap. So this is just bad. And so my initial plan was a safe dock and adding fish. But now I'm like, well, what if we don't even build any safe docks because my dock's already so late? And what if our docks are really close to where we think he is? So not good because he's going to be ahead economically because he has fishing ships. We talk about it all the time. You pretty much just like have to dock. Maybe I should have gone for a dock just late anyways and been in a slightly better spot economically. But yeah. So that's not good. But the nice thing is we know he's going to be adding fish. We know he's going to be going man-at-arms. Like, the Wu tell you that, pretty much. And so here, I see a villager I can potentially snipe. And he quick walls like a god. Saves his villager. But I now know where his dock is. And so and then he deletes his villager. Which made me feel real good, because I needed that. So he deletes his villager. We at least have that. And on the front, he is going for the militia. He will be planning on man-at-arms. He kind of scouts me late. But he doesn't know what I'm going for. So that's good. He also asks me, like, Prisma, what's going on, bro? Like, there's just a difference in the level of preparation here. He's like, super young, and this is a smaller event. But, like, he doesn't know how many boars are on the map. He's asking me. He didn't even play this map in the previous round. Like, I don't know what's going on. So far from perfect gameplay from me. We've got 2 forward docks, which I don't think he's expecting. And we are up pretty quick. Now, you can't wall in this little water terrain or build farms or anything on it. So I was being really hyper vigilant that he wouldn't run through the TC and try and take a risk. The scout is around for us. Didn't show it because I was talking about other things, but we tried to delay the range and then tried to steal sheep. It didn't work, so our scout's weak. And here we come to kill fish. Big surprise for him. He is not expecting this right now. And this is an amazing start for us. Able to pretty much corner his fishing ships. He's now trying to drop a dock over here. So we're still pressuring. We killed off some of the fish. I see the docks going up. I'm going to follow it up with fires against his fires. And we kill another villager. Meanwhile, we're just walling out the man-at-arm pressure. We have a couple skirms behind. Woo infantry will regenerate, though, so it's not, like, incredible to just do chip damage on those. But yeah, I'm like, holy crap, this opening is sick for us. And so when you're ahead on water, there's always the thinking of, can you take advantage of it? So in my mind, if I sense really big land follow-up, I'm going to... Sorry, guys, I'm actually missing a lot of things here. Let's go normal speed, because there's a million things happening. The thing that I missed showing you was I patrolled this scout and got some value against some skirms, which he didn't notice. So, again, a lot of things happening at once there. Yeah, like, when you're ahead on water, you want to fish, right? This is where I could have gone for the exact same build. And if I had a safe dock right now, I could just be fishing freely back here. It'd be really nice. But all my docks are on the front. So far, I think I've killed his fishing ships. He's actually going to sail down here, but his fish are not working. He's following this up with skirms. And so I didn't want to add archers, because if I add archers, he has skirms. So I'm just kind of like hoping to get a really big ball of skirms. Skirm war is not horrible for us, because we can go knights later. It's also really dangerous, because he can go Jean Swordsman later, but this is just kind of how my brain is operating at the moment. Game is close. Despite the rough start, the 3 early kills was awesome. And we're just camping behind walls. All we really can do on land right now. Still waiting for fletching. And then still also making stuff on water. And so I thought in this dock that he was like giving up on water. He's sending a lot of stuff forward. I mean, he just doesn't seem like he's protecting anything. So now is when I start to queue up some fishing ships behind my fire galleys to add and get more eco. Woodline is being disrupted, which isn't great. And my villagers are walking around, which also isn't great. But luckily we're commerce, so we can hop in and out of houses. And just a lot to manage here. Game 1 in the tournament set. His micro is looking pretty solid there. And I'm still just thinking, okay, we've got enough on water. I'm patrolled into that dock. Our fish should be safe. We should gain the fishing ship lead. And I actually, I did patrol this, but as you can tell, I didn't patrol it far enough. And decent awareness from us because I didn't kill all his fish. So I'm actually looking just to see what I can find. The wood eco is painful. Like, the fact that I can't freely take wood all the time because his skirms are being microed so nicely is really painful. I think adding scouts here would actually be an interesting idea. But I want the fishing ships, so I'm still adding fishing ships. And I don't know exactly what transpired right before this. Not too much. I'm just so focused. I think I'm killing his fish down here. The only way I can explain this to you guys is I thought I had one water in the north. Based on everything I looked at, I just saw a dock with a flag. I didn't realize I was losing this. I'm like now super hard committing to fishing right next to this. And when I do look back here, I've got freaking nothing. And I'm busy right now. Like, I'm still focused on this. I did kill his fish there, so, I mean, that's good. But, like, we've got 10 fishing ships that now need to be protected. I've got to panic queue up fires. I don't have resources. I'm behind now in skirms. And it just got, like, out of hand really, really quickly. And I'm kind of regretting the fact that I'm fishing on the front, right? Like, the initial dock at Dark Age with this plan could have bought me a little bit more time, potentially. But yeah, we're trying to quick wall here. We're trying to fight this back. Meanwhile, behind this, it's crazy how we both still have sheep left. So he doesn't really even need to farm. That was part of the reason I picked Khmer. So you can farm out here pretty freely. And yeah, so I've lost most of our fish. Most of my fish, which is bad. But he also still has fish. Or sorry, he no longer has fish. So it still feels relatively doable for us. The skirms and the man-at-arms are coming this way. I'm trying to build a tower to protect this stone because there's a lot more skirms than me. We lose a vill, but we're fighting it back, and we're Khmer, so we can hop in and out of houses. His man-at-arms die to the TC. This is actually going pretty decent for us right now. Obviously, on water, that's not good. And his score is going to be really high because he's going to have a lot of ships. But if we want to protect that stone, that should be possible for us. Villagers get into the tower, and yeah, we are safe. The problem is... wow, this is actually so much crazier than I thought when I was playing. Wow, it's so interesting. So, we have, like, two very different situations. He can fish again and get crazy fishing ship count. But that'll take time. And then I can't fish. I really can't protect land, but I'm on the way to Castle Age. And my plan was we got to center our strategy around the stone and gold in the middle now. Like, we have no other choice. From his point of view, he does have docks down here. They're adding fish for some eco. I'm still hoping to disrupt whatever fishy eco I can. So, like, my plan was figure it out, get a castle in the middle that denies all stone and gold. Whatever it takes, you just got to figure that out. And then don't allow him to freely fish. That's my thinking. Really interesting game. I've got no food eco now because of the sheep are being gone. And I'm just sending pretty much everybody I can over to the stone there. I do have a market, and we're both using the market a lot. And down here, he's fishing. In the north, he's starting to think about being able to freely fish. But I still have these two docks, and so I have to sell for gold, remember. I can't even mine gold. I'm just really hoping. Even if I force him to make like 5 more ships or 3 more ships and not fishing ships, that's huge for us. Just do not want him to have that free fish boom. Just hoping to get some good timings in here with demos. We've got the demo over here ready to hit. I've got a demo here ready to hit as well. But I'm also in the middle. And I'm also like, I got to get villagers to build the castle. Dock goes down. Demo comes out. Not paying attention. Could have been slightly better. But we did land a shot. And in the middle, as he's still not on the way to Castle Age, he's still got skirms. I have no army to protect this. I don't have the food for knights, so I'm just going to try and sell to get scorpions to fight that back. Trying to disrupt the fish, but that's not enough. Okay. Down here, he's fishing. I do have a dock, but I can't really do too much with it. And he actually kills 2 villagers with skirms. It's funny, though, guys. Skirms apparently counter nothing. Yeah, I had nothing. So 14 fishing ships for him now. Massive food difference. And I'm just... I need to take middle. Right? I need to turn this into a game where me having the gold is beneficial because, like, he's going to have the food. Also, hello, villagers. Very messy game from both of us. Here he comes. I guess he'll just chop wood there. So, yeah, here I'm thinking about it. Got some weak vills. I'm really worried this is going to be denied. I don't know what he's going to send for it. And so here I come to drop the castle. Remember, he can see everything in the middle, even if his army isn't there. It's been a while since I've seen the map, but I remembered some instances where people would drop castles and the opponent could still take res. So I was like, that's my safest spot to also deny almost all of it. I almost castled here, and then he could have taken some gold. So this is what's fun about El Dorado. I'm going to have access to the gold and the stone, but I have very little food. And then he's going to have crazy food, but not any gold. And it becomes this weird economic situation where I need to buy food and he needs to sell food. And it actually keeps the buy and sell price at a pretty, like, even rate. So he can't come middle now. So he'll just come to my base with the skirms. Why not? It actually does damage to me, and, you know, I don't have protection there. I didn't really know what to make from here. I did start to make a couple boats. It's really hard to recover on water now, but I mean, we did a decent enough job. We've got fire doing some damage here. I'm seeing fishing ships down here. And obviously he can't make a lot more fires. So I wasn't at a point yet where I felt I could immediately do something. So my plan was wait, try and stabilize a little bit, wait till we get like 6 to 8 monks, and then make a move. He is going Jean Swordsman. Now, what I thought he was going to do is Lycav, because Lycav doesn't cost gold. And Lycav is amazing against monks. I don't think he knew my commitment yet, and he wanted a unit a little bit faster to get some damage done here. Again, he can't go middle. Okay, but you know what he can do is he can go here and raid me here, which is a really big problem. He's just got fishing ship eco everywhere. This is how I'd seen this map play out, by the way. I think the best thing to control here is always the fish. It's just such an easy way to get a massive eco lead. There's fish everywhere. So water is paying off big time for him. I have to drop some houses to hop in and out of houses here. And I'm trying to bring monks. But again, I'm also trying to push. It's like I'm behind. So I can't play too defensive. Tough to know what to focus on here. I was not expecting anything under the castle to be a problem. But Jean Swordsman can eat arrow fire like the best units in the game. They're basically a Huskarl that can be produced out of a barracks. So he actually gets some decent value here, killing some of my monks and my scorpions. Like, that's incredible value considering he was underneath a castle. So I'm still focused over here. I'm trying to save villagers. You just kind of assume that everything's going to be fine there. And, yeah, he pretty much wrecks us. And so I think... I mean, you can even see he doesn't need to really mine gold with the amount of wood and the amount of food he's going to have. He just got to 600 gold again from more Jean Swordsman. And so I'm hoping to do whatever I can. I just converted this fire ship. I'm hoping for a repair and then for a kill. Doesn't happen. Now we landed demo. But, yeah, he played it well. He played it like a home map, even though he didn't play it as a home map in the first rounds because he's screwed up. He's taken the water control, and so this is my little tiny counterattack, and the tiny counterattack gets killed. And yeah, GG. I need to have, like, honestly, if I'm a good monk player, I don't lose any of my monks. How many monks did I produce this game? 7. Okay, I get to 10 monks. He's got 13 Jean Swordsman. We get the conversions. It starts to snowball. I drop a castle. Like, you really don't know. But, yeah, you need fish. And so, yeah, we lost concentration in this game, guys. It was actually working really well. Despite the screwed up dock, or just not docking at the start, the initial opening was really good. But we just needed 1 or 2 more fires to actually lock down water before adding fish. Everything else was kind of okay. I was happy. Like, the tower going up was fine. I really don't think that him having the skirms in my base becomes an issue in Feudal Age if I never lose water, because then I can just add scouts and we can push that back and we can go Castle Age. And yeah, it was 10 fishing ships for 0. I didn't protect them. I didn't notice. I think I had a couple fires go down here, a couple fires go down here. And yeah, I just had to be better there. So kind of a big one for the next one. I didn't even know this before the set, but again, he would get 3 points if he sweeps me. I'm then at 0. He might jump ahead of me in the standings. We are going to my home map. The downside is that this is a home map that he is very comfortable for his skill set. It's very Arabia's adjacent. So, we're going to need to step it up. All right, so game number 2. I thought this was going to be a Georgians mirror matchup. I didn't think about the Jurchens. I actually think Jurchens are fantastic here, though. So, it's an interesting pick. Jurchens get a lot of food underneath that town center because they don't have the decay. And then this is a great map for scouts with the mounted units attacking 20% faster. So it's one of the rare matchups where the Georgians aren't always ever so slightly ahead in the scout war. I know the Georgian healing bonus is really, it's basically like non-existent in Feudal Age now, but there is still some regeneration there. But now his attack speed being 20% is way better than regen of like 2 HP per minute. So as I was thinking about this, I was thinking I can't go straight scout war against Jurchens, which normally Georgians, that's what you want to do. And if you remember the previous rounds, it was Chinese versus Persians, and I talked about how transitioning to foot archers feels weird to me on this map because you're so far away. And I said that was just kind of part of the issue with how that game went for me. Is he about to get housed? He's gonna get. That's not a big deal. Okay. So yeah, I was really thinking this through. I was like, what do I do here? Because the map's really open. You can't just easily go scouts into cav archers. And so you never really know. There's a lot of adaptations needed here, but I just wanted to point out that I just felt like going foot archers early was not a play that I felt comfortable with. So I wanted to go scouts and adapt. Is a map where I could have just used the mule cart at the top. But I felt like last time having to take wood at the top, a couple of these times, I don't know. If I wasn't like really ahead, it would just get awkward for me. So my plan was to just move the mule cart around down here and wall this up. We both pushed in some deer. We're both going to go for scouts. And he's taking the wood down here. And he's actually going to go for 2 lumber camps. And now that I think about it, this is another game where I just don't scout the lumber camps properly. How many do I see on wood here? I think it's a product of just not scouting, right? Like, everyone just pushes deer. Maybe the right play is to go for 2 lumber camps because they're never going to find the other one. Like, I'm looking for it right now. It's a decent time to scout. Looking around. He gets cheeky there and tries to build a gate. And he didn't have loom, so I kind of threatened him a little. I see he's pushing in another deer, and I'm just like, okay. He's going to have lots of res. Yeah, so I see 4 on this lumber camp. That should tell me there's a second lumber camp, but I guess I didn't really know where to look. It just bothers me that I never thought about it. It's not a big deal, but I definitely didn't think to look for it. I thought about walling up and protecting the vills here. And it's scout v scout, but right now I'm thinking I can get ahead in the scout war if I get bloodlines. You use this slightly more flexible eco or something. And hope that he goes for the early archers or something. He's got his wood line getting walled up because my scouts could be coming through. Again, like, if I knew about that wood line, like, I know he doesn't have a lumber camp up here. I know he only has 4 on wood. Maybe I have opportunities. I need to get better at that. I need to be sharper. Meanwhile, sorry, I need to be sharper with casting as well. He did actually pick off a villager, even though I had a spearman there, slightly out of position. So he's up a vill. And he gets some quick walls down over here. But something I encourage you guys to think about. Losing a vill is nothing, okay? Obviously, you know, the name of the game is getting vill snipes. So you might feel like if you don't get a villager snipe, that you're behind and it's really bad. It's really fine. Like, he lost some scout HP there. There's some downsides to his situation as well. I think the key is just always keep producing army. Like, don't just lose a vill and just not stay consistent with what you're working towards. I don't know if you can tell, but he's, like, actively going into these fights like he knows he's just going to win them, right? Like, there, obviously, he had a weak one, and then he's got more than me now. But he's still taking engagements like he's really confident. So here, he's still taking the fight. I'm trying to save the weak ones. So he's just playing confident. Again, good grouping from him. Gets a nice kill. And so, in the back of my mind, my plan is still to go scouts, but we're going to wall up the top first. This frees up an opportunity for me to actually leave my base. If this is walled and the top is walled in its own little section, I can then move forward. And the big thing I want to move out with is actually the spears, because I can't win the scout fights easily otherwise. From his perspective, he is doing some similar things. The wood line's kind of in their own sections. But he hasn't really gone for any small walls here. He's going for a lot of extra space, which could be helpful later on. So if he were to go for an archer range and bring archers forward now, I should have more farms than him, and I should have enough scouts to maybe get an armor upgrade or forging or something and win the fight. So that's essentially what happened to me last time. If you watch that set, is the archer player is always going to be down in the scouts. There's a lot of time to recover. He sees the spears. I don't know if he has a range or not, but I'm thinking he might. So that's what I'm hoping to catch out here. I thought about bringing the spears this way, but the archers could be there. Looks like I'm bringing them that way anyways. But it was just on my mind. I didn't click to see that he is forging, but he does have that now, so this would be a horrible time for me to take a fight. And I'm just seeing what he's got going on in his base here. On the recent patch, my units are regrouping constantly. They apparently changed something to make it easier, but it's actually horrible for me. So my units have, because they're regrouping every second click, I don't need to explain that now, but basically that made it awkward for me. So you can tell my units are constantly leaving formation, constantly leaving their stance. That's a new patch thing. It's super annoying. But yeah, 3-3 in the KD. Farms are safe now. We've got 18 farms behind. We've moved to golds. Wood is protected. And I'm just expecting big engagements at some point. And I'm just waiting around right now. And I decide, because I'm still thinking through the options. I'm like, what can I do? Is there anything I can do in this age to separate myself from his situation? And I was like, actually, what about armor on the spears? Because no one ever gets armor on the spears. I think he's going to try and fight off my spears, and I'm like, maybe I can bait him into a bad fight. So he's going to have full upgrades. He's going to want the engagement. He's fighting against 3 spears, and you can tell the armor is actually paying off big time. I'm tanking some big hits. We've weakened a lot of these scouts. And meanwhile, my units regroup, and I kind of screwed up something. It's not fully the game's fault, but I had an opportunity to kill more. We don't kill too much. But we kill a villager, and now his remaining army is all pretty weak. So I'm really happy with that. But now I need to know, like, what's his response here? I saw him add another scout. I'm like, that's good, because I don't actually need to spend any more on scouts. It doesn't help me at all. We get a repair it at the last possible second on our gate. Spearman gets some hits. And I saw another scout, and I see a spearman now. So I'm like, okay, I can play that game. And I'm seeing a lot of idle time, and I'm like, this is looking pretty sick. I didn't believe I would win this game, by the way. I really thought, like, I didn't think I'd have chances because it's Arabia-style map. But I'm like, ooh, I found a way to force him into an awkward spot. And now he's got weak units. They don't regenerate, of course. And so I'm having some pretty solid control. And when you see your opponents investing into more feudal age army and you're about to click castle age, you're always feeling good. And that's a great fight for us. We have the same upgrades. I have way better HP. I was confused why he took the fight. But I was like, wait a second. That hole that there was, that's how I got in the first place. I'm like, he doesn't want me in there. So I'm like, let's hang around a little bit. Let's just take that fight. We take the fight, force more reactions potentially, and we go in, and now we have a villager for the taking. This is like, oh, this is so good for us. So good for us. We're way ahead now, and we just have to properly use our lead. And when I'm the underdog, when I know, like, when I have all the information, and it's a pretty simplified situation where I can actually think about it, it's not like pure instincts and messiness, this is where I start to get nervous. Some games are so crazy, I don't even think about it. But it's like, there's a little bit happening, but not enough happening right now where I feel, you know, I can't think about my situation. I should be in Castle Age faster because he had to produce more scouts. I'm ahead because we produced vills. I'm ahead because of the mule cart. Even being able to build a mule cart up here for some extra wood is really nice. And I'm going triple archer range. The plan is cav archers. We are still trying to harass with the scouts here. And the spears, this is leftover army for me. I really don't care about it. And so I see another vill. Say my army's going to die anyways. And we get the pick off. Also got a little greedy hoping to kill her. But the spears were never going to have a chance. And okay. So, I have a lot of decisions to make right now. See, I just lost scouts and I just lost army. He could have units moving around. So, it probably would have been better that I just save my scouts and not kill that extra vill. That way I have scouting on where I can go with things. Because I'm feeling in the dark right now, and I don't want to take risks. TCing outside of my little bubble feels a little weird. I didn't want to run down here and TC the woodline because, again, I don't have scouting. So I opt for this TC because I have mule carts and because it's safe and will give me an immediate lead. And I opt the church. The church adds work rate, but the church doesn't add like significant enough work rate where this is probably justifiable. I did it purely for protection, just so I can hop inside of it later. I did not do it for work rate at all. For work rate, it would have been better to maybe build it in here. Knew about this wood line, so here I come with the cav archers. I don't know what he's going to go for. I was expecting him to stay on cav archers as well, and this would be a pretty smooth game. But if we're both going for the same thing, I'm obviously going to be ahead of him, so he's going to go for something different. He's going to go for the lancers. Now, I got husbandry really early, So I thought I'd be fine, but the Lancers are actually faster than Cav Archers. I mean, it's slight, but Lancer's such a scary unit. And so the fact that they're faster at all makes this kind of difficult for me because this can snowball really quickly. We are on 2 town centers. We are in 3 archer ranges. I lose a knight in the middle there that I produced to keep myself safe. But yeah, I got a little worried about this. But I didn't know how bad it was about to get because still I just need to hit and run. And the problem with running is, of course, you give up some space. So I was thinking about a TC out here eventually. I didn't think I needed to rush ballistics or really even do much more than I was doing. But things start to get a little worrying because he's building a siege workshop on my freaking face. And I was like, I didn't really know immediately what to do. The engagements are still really nice. We can't lose Cav Archers, of course. But these villagers are exposed now. I just dropped a university, so ballistics is the plan. I need more on gold, so I'm balancing that out at the top. We have a very healthy Vill lead. We need to survive. It's all about micro. It's all about damage control. It's all about, like, trying to stop this snowball from happening. If he has a fight in the same spot, anytime there's a siege fight, if it's all happening in the same moment or area of the screen, that's good for the siege. So, with that in mind, I rewall this. I add a siege workshop maybe for some defensive siege. And my plan was to pop the siege out over here and just hit his siege and then go counterattack. I'm like, I'm not giving you the fight where you want it right now, Prisma. I'm going to your base. By the way, big thing is I'm going to need wood. I am over here for wood. And I am on stone as well because I know I might need a defensive castle. Optimal clean play. I should just be able to go Cav Archers and TCs and not go to stone for a defensive castle and win the game. I'm not going to be able to play perfect. So in my mind, the stone is just like, just in case. Guys, crazy play from him. Like, this is insane. And I really hope someone, at least one person on extras, appreciates this. This whole thing was to pull him away from his siege push. His siege is wide open. He doesn't have a monastery yet. Normally, you need a monk or 2 to protect from knights. I pull him out of position like, the smart player I am in this one instance. Let's not get too cocky. I pull him out of position. He doesn't have any clue that I'm thinking about that. He's still, playing the game, and maybe it's on his mind that he's vulnerable there, but still, he sees it, and I know he has a little bit of time to react, but he's still kind of microing here, and this is a crazy play. Like, absolutely crazy save. And these Jurchen Lancers are really good as well. Like, eventually, if the Cav Archer mass is bigger, it becomes a problem. But well played from him. And this is where you start to see the micro difference. He'll be looking for attack grounds to kill the knights. I've got a micro. And I'm like, ooh, God, this is getting really nerve-wracking now. But we've got to defend. We've got to hold, right? Any amount of resistance is worth it here. The siege will outrange the church. But still, having the church there, being able to save the vills is nice. And I can always do things like this. So I hop out to convert just to make him think twice. Now I bring in the knights from this side. He tries to attack ground them. He does land some shots, but now my church is there. Now the mangonel is there. We get a 1-for-1, at least. Getting another one would be so sick, but his micro is fantastic. And, I mean, we lose the monk. We converted a lancer, though. It's just... It's stressful. And I'm, like, super queuing Cav Archers and Vills. So the stats are good, but now we've got villagers that are exposed here. And I'm shaking right now. But this is the point of playing events, is to try and get used to managing it. Realistically, I just need to just run with those Vills to the hill, and I'm probably fine. 10 Vills down. I think everything else we did was good, but those villagers... just, it hurts to see, man, even upon rewatching it. Cav Archer mass is not something he's been able to deal with yet. So I'm still trying to hit and run, even spreading my units out so the Lancers can't get as good of engagements. Of course, I still have to manage other things. I've dropped the castle here to protect my gold. I debated on a castle at the top of this hill, but then I would be out of gold. So you're always kind of debating on where you place that. Like, a castle here is sick. It protects all this eco I'm investing into, but then he takes the hill. So again, we're going to counterattack. Now, he doesn't know about the castle until now. And I could actually tell in many ways that he's 1 TC because his micro is insane. Like, he's always looking at his army. Guys. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. All I have to do is run to the wood line. That's all I have to do. But I'm thinking, oh, he's going to expand, guys. He's going to expand. I got to protect. I got to save the stones and golds. Bro, go to the wood. That's so infuriating. Anyways, I don't go to the wood line, which is freaking dumb. I try and do, like, the extra step. And now he has a chance. He notices, of course. Now, of course, I'm still microing here. I'm still, like, getting relic. Like, there are other things happening. And this is still really good for me. Because we're catching out reinforcements. Even his villagers just having to move over here, of course, is just, like, a big threat. And we are dancing with our cav archers big time. And I'm just telling myself, patience, 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 patience. There's, like, a level of micro movements you need as you go up through the ranks. Normally, there'd be, like, 3 or 4 different moves. And then I'm like, I'm pouncing for these. I wasn't able to think about it in this way, but I think against Prisma, I'm just, like, being extra cautious. Like, I can't go for the kill move until 6 or 7 moves in. I bring the cav archers back because we did damage. And now I still think if I clear this, we can win. We have also produced some Anaspa as well. We're camping the siege workshop so more siege can't meet up. And I do still have units worried about those golds. We've taken some losses here, but we are now in a position where we need to take care of these rocket carts. And my units got stuck, so they got rocked, which is not good. But I've got a lot of CA now. And the plan is just to take down the rocket carts, and then I have enough CA for everything else. It's not pretty. These Lancers are really good, man. Like, Lancers are a really tough unit. But it's like, they kill fast. They also do get killed fast. And so, ultimately, I'm just kind of hoping that we can get the job done here. Split targeting there was pretty nice. I thought he would actually leave because he was under castle fire. So, we lost another unit or two, but we're safe. We're safe. So, again, optimal play is like balance out, add the food eco, and go imp. I'm not optimal at this point. It's super messy. There's a lot of things that are going to go wrong in my mind. I don't want to get raided to death. So I'm going to move forward, and I'm just thinking just a million TCs. Town center here, protect the gold. Town center here, protect the hill. We were vulnerable there. Town center here. Outposts. Outposts are on the map, so there's no surprises. Patrolling these on the stones and golds. And we are in business. I knew I had a lead. I don't know if I knew the lead was quite as significant as this. It just took a lot of work to eventually deal with that push. Like, we lost the 10 bills in the front. But he's got basically nothing now. He needs, like, a big raid. Or he needs, like, a forward castle. Like, kind of both is what he needs. So I find this TC here. I'm still waiting to see if he's going to have any army. And he's looking around to see where I've expanded. But this TC was a nice move for us. I will have more cav archers around. I think they're stuck on the in the middle now because I wanted to get those relics. And yeah, he's going to have to do a lot of damage here. And the thing about Lancers too is they do cost a lot of food. So it's actually tough to afford. In some ways, it's a little bit easier to spam knights just economically, but and cav archers are amazing. I spent all my food on vills, and then cav archers are just wood and gold. And we have a lot of them here. So he needs big fights. His Lancers are over here now. And I just been playing bad, and I'm losing all my cav archers. Also, now I realize I'm losing all my cav archers. Now I'm getting destroyed by this rocket cart. So this is just going great for a player who's 40 vills up. But I still have more cav archers on the way. We will still take good fights. I'm about to break through here. We can take his rocket cart. We have such a nice lead. This is why I added the TCs, because I knew my micro would be crap, and he calls the GG. That's nice. I'll take that. I'm happy with that. Definitely some things I think could have gone different here. but I think the spears and the armor brought so much value. Like, guys, if he cleared that army with less losses of HP and scouts next to my base there, he comes home and deals with this no problem. He doesn't have to invest in more scouts. Basically, the difference in Castle Age positions was all because of the spears. So he found the one thing in feudal age that could give me an advantage over him, and we leaned into it, and it really paid off. So U11 Spearman is actually who I credit for this. Did it get messy? Yes, but did we stay consistent to the game plan and just getting the eco rolling? We did. So overall standings now, I can actually show we have one more series. Believe it or not, I'm playing that series in 20 minutes. So I just recorded 2 sets. I played this set, I recorded 2 sets, and now I'm going to play my final set, and I'll have that to you guys in a couple days. But the live standings in the group currently look like this. So after 4 rounds, I have 8 points. After 3 rounds, Rodrix has 5. After 3 rounds, Prisma and Ween have 4. Now, again, if they get a 2-0, they get 3 points. Who does Rodrix have to play yet? Rodrix has to play Prisma. That's really good for me because, I mean, if they split 1-1 there, that's ideal for me. But even still, it's less likely that he gets a 2-0 over Prisma, I would say. Ween has to play Prisma as well. Oh, this is so good for us, guys. This is so good. Because what we want is we want the semis. The top 2 players go into the semis, best of 5, final best of 5. That's what we want. If we're 3rd or below, we don't get playoffs. So, I'm going to play Angel, who currently doesn't have a win. I've watched all his games, even though is there a prize pool for this tournament? Okay, 20 euro for first place. I don't freaking care. It could be negative 20 euros, and I would still prepare. 1 win probably guarantees me top 2. 2 wins puts me in the first place, which I guess means I'm up against second place here, which I would actually like because I really want to meet my friend Ozone in the finals. So yeah, that's the situation after 4 rounds. I'm very happy with that. I think where the real experience is going to come in when we're in a best of 5 instead of a play all 2. So yeah, hope you guys are as excited as me. Probably not. That's the updates. I'm going to play Angel here, and then in a couple days, we'll have the next rounds, hit YouTube, and you guys can continue to follow along the tournament progress. Thanks again for all the support in the comments. If you do enjoy the tournament reviews, it means a lot more with likes and comments and views than it does on other things, because this just gets way less than other things. So thank you to my extras crew. Thank you, everybody, big time for watching. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you all in a couple days with the final round of group stage.